Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be looking at one of my favourite cameras, as you all know, the 1DX Mark II and its low light capabilities. Now this is because a lot of you have asked me specifically what camera should I go for low light capabilities compared to this, and there's certain other ones that you've seen content on, and because of the price of these now, there is no reason why you shouldn't be looking at one of these if you want to do a paid work in somewhere like indoor sports, or if you're doing stuff that is like low light, like football games when they're done at night this time of year, especially in the UK, and you want to do it on a budget, there's no reason why something like this shouldn't be something you should be looking for. So I've got 4 photos to show you which are taken all in low light, and then we'll go from there and I'll tell you a bit more of why I think this is the perfect camera. Okay, so the first image I have here is of a fishing cap. This is inside this enclosure. Actually is almost completely pitch black, and what I've done is obviously lock onto the eyes with the 1DX. This is at 20,000 ISO, so there is noise in there, but there's also a hell of a lot of detail and a hell of a lot of colours. Everything is exactly how you expect it to be. It's just being shot in a very dark environment, and even to get this image at 20,000 ISO is incredibly impressive for any camera, let alone a camera like the 1DX Mark II. So the next one here we've got is a snake here, sat at eye level. It's got some artificial light on it, but it's still shooting at 10,000 ISO here, and the details in this, there's barely any noise on this image at all, and locked on the eye where you should do. Reflection in the eye is really nice, the details, the colours, everything really nice and sharp and how you'd want it to be, and say at 10,000 ISO, not a problem with this image at all. This image here is one of my favourite images. This is taken at 10,000 ISO. Again, this is early this year, very dark enclosure. These cubs are 6 weeks old, if that. Still got very blue eyes, and the detail here, I've got the mum locked straight on me here, straight eye contact. I've managed just about to glance, get the focus on the eye. This is my 300mm f2.8, and the colours, the details, you've not got a whisper of noise. It's a super sharp image, and this is one of my favourite images I took this year. And last one here, we got Zavaka Monkey here. This is taken at just under 20,000 ISO. I can't remember the actual figure, but it was just under 20,000 ISO, but got locked on the eyes, nice and sharp there, details are where they need to be, and again, this is taken in low light inside a dark enclosure and just works really nicely. You get those colours, you get those details. The details in the eye there, super sharp, super nice, and really usable images. So as you've seen from those images that I've shown you there, you can shoot this camera very easily up to those higher ISO numbers that are just not achievable with like stuff like the 7Ds that people used to use before, and even the 1DX Mark I. But even things like the R3, which is what I have on the mirrorless range and what I use if I go out with a mirrorless camera at the moment, you cannot get as crisp an image from the R3, in my opinion, as you can from this. And I don't know if it's because of the digital side and it being all digital mirrorless, and you've got a physical shutter on these older cameras that allow it to shoot a little bit better at low light, but in all the testing that I've done, I've always found it better and more crisp imagery you can get from a 1DX rather than an R3, an R6 Mark II, an R7. You know, I've tried all those cameras and this still outperforms all of them, and this is why when people ask me what should I get for low light, should I look at the R3, should I look at the R6, or should I look at something like a 1DX, I always go with the 1DX because it has just never let me down those low light situations. Now that photo with the cub being carried by mum coming towards me there, that is incredibly low light, a split second image that I don't think I would have got with an R3, even though it's so good and so getting what it does with all the digital sort of tracking, the AI, the AF, everything like that. I wouldn't have got the same image and the same quality of image from the R3 at the time as I did with this camera. And if you've got more money, go get a 1DX Mark III, because surely that then, being the next one, I've not tried one, but surely you should get even better low light capability. And when I do get a chance to finally get one of those in the fleet, I'll tell you exactly what I think of that. And if I think this is better than that, I'll tell you, you know. But it is incredible just how good this camera is. And this is why when it's a really dull day outside, no matter what I've got to take photos of, I'll always naturally grab this camera, no matter what lens I'm going to use. I'm going to use the 500mm f4, the 200-400, the 300mm, 70-200. It doesn't matter, I always pick up this if it's a crap day outside. And I think I always will, just because of I know how good this performs and low light. Especially teamed up with one of these, the 300mm 2.8, it gives you such crisp, clear imagery. And so I go back to that mother and cub photo. That's a once in a almost sometimes lifetime shot. Only a couple of us got that photo, and it was never repeated. No one else got those photos again, because it's a very short lifespan that you get to get those photos, especially in a zoo environment. And I was very proud to get those photos, and to say, it being such low light, I think I was shooting at 10,000 ISO, and how crisp that photo is still at 10,000 ISO is just a testament to how good it is. Shooting a 2.8 on a 300mm through glass at an angle, and still get that crisp, sharp image. I just wouldn't have got that with an R6, an R6 Mark II, an R5, an R3. It just would never have happened. So that's why this is, in my opinion, one of the best low light cameras you can buy. And if you're looking for something for indoor sports, football, you're taking photos of barn owls and stuff in lower light, and you want a nice crisp image at high ISO, something like that, just get this camera. You will not be disappointed, no matter what lens you stick on here. Unless you stuck something really cheap and nasty on the front of this, you're always going to get a really nice, clean, crisp image. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. I will comment back to everything that I physically can, as I always do. If you've liked the video and you like the content, please give us a subscribe as well. We're getting ever closer to 10,000 subscribers now, which is absolutely amazing. And I will catch you in the next one. Thank you as always. Goodbye.